Hello and welcome to our first introductory video to NCVPS and Canvas. Here we are on the Canvas login page, and this URL is just ncvps.instructure.com, and when it loads it'll ask us to log in, and today we're going to use one of our lightweight accounts who is named after Michelle Tanner. This will be the same for you when you log in, just your first dot, your last name, and your standard NCVPS password, the pass for NCVPS, and then we'll click login. And you'll notice in the opening page when you've accessed Canvas, it looks a little bit different than Blackboard or Moodle. This is our landing page that lets you access recent activities, set your communication preferences, and it'll also announce to you that you've been invited to various courses. Now, if you're wondering how do I access my courses, you would simply go to the drop down for courses right here, and you can also click View All or Customize. And once you have clicked accept on the invite for the course, you will see them listed under your course. Here we have Professional Learning for Teachers and Intellectual Property. If you want a quick tip about how to make these courses show up right here when you do the hover, just simply click on the star, and then whenever you access courses, they will be the ones that show up right there in that drop down. Just do a quick refresh and there they are, Intellectual Property and Professional Learning. To access a course, just click on the link, and here we find ourselves in the new and improved PL4Teachers course. The professional learning team has been hard at work to transfer as much of our PL into this course and into Canvas as we can. So I want to show you quickly how you navigate. You'll notice that all of the content and all of the links branch off of these 5 buttons. For example, if you want to connect with NCVPS via social media, you would click this button. If you would like to learn a little bit more about our CEUs, the 4 levels of CEUs, you can click this button. But what I want to show you right now are accessing the just-in-time modules and the PL10 modules. Now there is a distinction between just-in-time and PL10. For just-in-time, these are really sometimes more technical and skill-oriented when we just need to quickly address an issue and increase our knowledge and our skills. On the other hand, PL10 modules are built with instructional design in mind to include 10 full contact hours that can be used for 1 CEU of credit. They often involve a lot of interactivity with participants, such as discussions and activities. So right now, let's take a look at the PL10 modules, and you'll see on our new page that not only do we have a banner, but also a quick description of what the PL10 framework looks like. I want to draw your attention right now to the 4th right here, Intellectual Property, Copyright, and Fair Use, because it's the one you're going to need to access the soonest. When you click on this button, if you have accepted your link and your invitation to the course, you will be brought to the course homepage. And you'll notice just like the PL4Teachers course that we have a series of buttons that will guide you directly through the course. The standards and the syllabus and the checklist will all open up in new windows because they are linked to Google Documents. But all of the other buttons link directly to content within Canvas. Don't forget to always access Getting Started before you access the learning modules for a course. In fact, let's do so right now. Here we have, and we're visiting the Getting Started page, and we have a bit of text that we should read and a video that we should view. But we also see down here at the bottom that we always have breadcrumbs telling us where we need to go. So let's say we're ready to go to learning modules, and here we will find the 6 learning modules for this course. Now at any time, if you want to navigate throughout a PL experience, check the bottom and often sometimes up here at the top for quick breadcrumb navigation. So for example, if I wanted to return to home, I would just click Course Home. But now I want to show you what some of our learning modules look like. When you select the first learning module, this will look very familiar to some of the things we've seen in Moodle before. Up here at the top, we'll have our essential questions and an image representing the content. If we scroll down just a little bit, we'll see our soft chalk content that works just like our normal soft chalks in the old pop-up menus, but now we just got it embedded right here in Canvas. And if you scroll down a little bit further, you'll see that any activities that you have are linked right here at the bottom, right underneath the soft chalk. This is just a handy piece of information to have when in the soft chalk it tells us, hey, you need to work on a discussion forum. Now, if we take a look at here at the bottom, you'll see we have our continued navigation, the return to learning modules, and continue to fair use being the next content module. We click that, and here we are in the second content module. If you ever are unsure of where you are, or you want to return, always check the bottom. So if we want to return to learning modules, we can jump back to learning modules, or if we want to return to the course home, we can return to the course home. And finally, returning to Professional Learning for Teachers, you would simply do by clicking on the Professional Learning for Teachers. The final feature that I want to show you and demonstrate through Canvas is the group function. In the very first course that you're going to be working on for professional learning, the PL10 Intellectual Property and Copyright course, you'll be able to work in groups. You're going to have group work to do with any number of colleagues from NCVPS. So let's quickly navigate back to that course. So I've just clicked on PL10 Modules, into Intellectual Property. And if you remember, I said that you would be doing, all of your activities would be linked through the learning modules. So if we return to the first learning module and we look right under the soft chalk, we'll find that we need to make sure we complete the Copyright Basics discussion forum. Now I'm logged in here as Michelle Tanner, and Michelle Tanner has been placed automatically into a group. And once the page loads, we will see, and I'll point this out because you may not see it, right up here in the top left, Copyright Group 1. We are in a completely closed off space just for Copyright Group 1. And yes, there are the description right here of the activities that you'll need to do for this discussion. But you'll notice over here on the left that all of the buttons changed, and that is because we are in a group workspace. If Michelle wanted to quickly see who else is in her group, all she would have to do is click on People, and she would be able to quickly see here are her group members. Within a group, you can also create your own announcements, create your own pages, respond to discussions that we would have for this course, upload and share files within the group, and they can also create their own conferences for synchronous meetings. You would just click to go to Conferences and New Conference. Group spaces are quite powerful in Canvas, and we really want to encourage, the professional learning team really wants to encourage all of our teachers in their professional learning and in their teaching to utilize this feature of Canvas. And now to quickly jump back out, all we would need to do is hit the home button, which will take us back all the way out, and depending on where we want to go, if we want to return to intellectual property or if we want to return to professional learning for teachers. For a final point, if Michelle wanted to quickly access her groups, she could do so in a number of ways. If she's inside the Intellectual Property and Copyright course, she can hop over and look at People, and then click on Groups, and she will see all of the different groups, but she can only visit her group. Or if she's back on the home page, she'll see over on the right side that she can quickly click on Copyright Group 1 and she could jump to her group. Or you'll now notice that our Courses and Groups has a new column called Current Groups, and she could access her groups from there. You'll find this feature common in Canvas, that there are multiple links to multiple different places. If you ever feel like you've gotten lost, just take a look, think about it, poke around, and don't be worried about getting too lost or breaking something. Just really get into Canvas, poke around, and we think that you will find it just as user-friendly as we have.